Welcome back. You're watching Storyboard. Premium skincare brand Dermalogica has grown in India over the last decade. The brand started the association with HUL in India in 2018 and has been on an exciting journey ever since. I spoke with Aurelian Lis, global CEO Dermalogica, who recently visited India to launch a new education campaign for the consumers and their new technological innovation of face mapping using AI. Let's take a look at this chat. Hi Aurelian, welcome to cnbc TV 18 and welcome to India.
Well, thank you very much. It's wonderful to be here.
So what brings you to India? What's on your agenda for the India trip?
Well, it's a very, very short trip, unfortunately, but it's a fabulously important trip. We've got a global consumer education campaign, which is just about kicking off. And we've chosen India as the first place to go. So that kicks off with an event here in Mumbai and another one in Delhi in a few days. And so that's the reason to come here.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later. We'll come to that. But Dermalogica by far has been very salon distribution led. You would walk into a salon and a therapist would tell you which product is good for your skin. But in 2018, HUL took over in India. Globally, Unilever took over in 2016. But how has the game changed for Dermalogica in India post the takeover? And tell us about the journey with HUL, the partnership, and what has that brought to your table?
What we're doing here is that we're expanding the reach now, so we can be found by consumers much more. We can be found at Lakme, but we can be found in so many more places. And so it's always about bringing this expertise to these new venues, and that's really what's happened over the last few years. Firstly with Unilever globally, but really importantly with HUL here in India.
Now, speaking about the reach, Dermalogica has very premium products. Even if you look at the price point, you're catering to a very niche audience. So what is the market for Dermalogica, and what is the headroom that you're seeing for the growth?
Look, it's indeed the products are at a premium price. The reason they're at a premium price is the ingredients are exceptional. We have new functionality in our products, which wasn't even available a few years ago. Some of it's patented, some of it's just the best in natural ingredients, the best in scientific ingredients. It's a really, really wonderful mix. The segment that we tend to go after is usually called prestige or premium. In a place like India, it's probably, the numbers I hear is about 2,000 crores. So it's a pretty substantial market. If you look around the world, for example, department stores have been suffering. So people have been talking about the death of retail, but actually the truth is it's the death of bad retail. Good retail, where there's an experience, where you get a service, is exploding. And that's what we specialize. Sometimes people call it retailtainment because it brings a bit of entertainment to the retail area. That area, that headroom, it's just globally it's exploding. And in India particularly as well.
Speaking of retail entertainment, as you mentioned, Dermalogica has never really aggressively marketed as such. In the near future, do we see some aggressive advertising coming from Dermalogica, or how is your marketing strategy going to be going forward, online and offline? Or is it going to be word of mouth and therapist led as it has been by far?
I don't usually put the word aggressive with anything Dermalogica does. We're gentle.
It's cruelty free.
It's cruelty free. We're very kind to all. I think you will see a difference. I think the biggest difference is since 1983 we were created as this institute to teach treatments. It was only 3 years later that we created a product to go with those treatments. So we're very education led. But in the last 35 years, we've been so focused on therapist education that we haven't spent as much time talking to consumers about what skincare means. And that's actually the big change you'll see now. So there's a big campaign, and that's the campaign that we're here for. I think essentially I would refer to as a consumer education campaign, where we're using the fact that the consumer is much more educated than she used to be. She has much more access to knowledge than she used to have, using the internet or these multiple sources that she can get it.
So that brings me to the next question. You're coming out with a very big campaign, The Power of Pro Skin, and you're using AI for face mapping. Tell us about that and all the technology innovations that you're doing within the brand.
In Dermalogica, we have guiding principles, and one of the ideas is that you have to innovate in everything in order to succeed. So it's wonderful. You know, I look at these products like Biolumin C is an incredibly powerful, innovative product, but that's not enough. We also need to innovate in the way we talk to people and the technology we use. And so what we've done is we've built different widgets, we call them, but they're actually digital functionality to do something wonderful for the consumer. One of those is this AI analysis. So essentially, you go to your phone, facemapping.me, you take a photo of yourself. It runs through algorithms where we've had about 500,000 photos uploaded, and sort of analyzed what those skin needs are. It can suggest products, and it can introduce you to a discussion and tell you where to go locally. So it's not, you know, the interesting thing with AI, it shouldn't replace people. That's a very sad future. That's not what it's there. It should enhance the discussion, and it should lead into a new conversation. And that's really the way we use it.
So Aurelian, who is your competition? Who are you competing with? You know, your position, the positioning goes like, you know, it's cruelty free, it's vegan. Body Shop does that too. So who is your competition? Is it the body shops of the world, the Kiehl's, the clinics? What is your competition?
The competition is whoever skin cream you're already using. So I don't think there's one brand who's even close to where we are, because we operate in this different area, education-led. You know, a lot of these other brands, they're beautiful brands, but they come from the perspective that they created a product range and then they needed some training to explain why the products are good.
Yeah.
Again, we came from the other way around. We had a lot of training, a lot of education, but we were teaching so much that people said, could you make some products to go with your teaching? So we're sort of backwards in that way. And so that puts us in a very niche category. And what we've been doing, every year we teach 100,000 therapists worldwide, and whether that's in South Africa or in the States, where we were founded. So our competition is very different in that way.
All right, thank you so much for joining us.
No, thank you. It's been a pleasure to be here.
And now it's time for this week's notice board. Amid rumors of IPL getting postponed in wake of coronavirus scare, Star Sports has released 2 more films, part of its Khel Bolega campaign for the upcoming Indian Premier League. The first film, featuring Virat Kohli, takes a banter around Kohli's team Royal Challengers Bangalore never having won the IPL. And the second film, featuring Mumbai Indians captain Rohit Sharma, is about the team always winning the tournament in a year that ends with an odd number. Let's take a look.
Silence!
तेरा क्या होगा कोलिया? तेरा क्या होगा कोलिया? तेरा क्या होगा कोलिया?
सॉरी सर, ऐसा मैं नहीं, ऐसा वो लोग बोल रहे हैं। 12 साल से आप जीते नहीं तो इस साल
तेरा क्या होगा? कोलिया? क्या होगा? वीवो IPL तेरा मेरा होगा रे। मतलब जो कल तक नहीं हुआ वो कल होगा। जवाब मिलेगा खेल से।
तो क्या इस सीजन कैप्टन कोहली बदलेंगे इतिहास? वीवो IPL 13 अब खेल बोलेगा 29 मार्च से स्टार स्पोर्ट्स और हॉटस्टार पर।
रोहित बेटा,
मामा जी,
शक्कर कितनी चम्मच?
एक
नहीं 2। चलो रूम बदलना है, ये 201 है, 202 में जाते हैं।
क्या चल रहा है मामा जी?
पिताजी, शर्मा जी का बेटा सिर्फ 8 साल में ट्रॉफी लाता है। 15, 17, 19।
45 नाउ 46।
ये लोग तो आपको मामू बना रहे। इनकी तो खुद की गणित वीक है। मतलब ये IPL 13 है, और 13 तो वैसे भी ऑड नंबर होता है ना।
तो क्या इस सीजन रोहित शर्मा जाएंगे ऑड या इवन? वीवो IPL 13 अब खेल बोलेगा 29 मार्च से स्टार स्पोर्ट्स और हॉटस्टार पर।
With that, it's a wrap on Storyboard for this week. You can catch all of our content on Facebook, Twitter and YouTube. Thanks for watching. We'll be back same time next week. See you soon.